Welcome to the design review for Team 17, Project 36, a Gnosis interactive wellness application. This program is developed by Jarrett Huber, Jean Torres, Rudy Sanchez, Ty Lorton, and Jason Joliet.
Hello, my name is Ty. I am part of Team 17 doing the project description for us. So far, we have been able to create a platform that focuses in the healthcare industry. And with this platform, we really wanted to focus on user engagement through a fun and easy to use experience. And in this experience, we wanted to incentivize users to be living healthier lifestyles through games, challenges with other users, and more incentives. The main data that we gather is through these fitness tracker devices like Fitbit or Apple Watch, Garmin, all the other ones out there, and that gets brought to the healthcare providers, and with them seeing this data, they can incentivize their patients with lower deductibles, discounts on prescriptions, and whatnot. This healthcare platform that Willman came up with is right in line with his background, as you can see in the picture there. He got his master's in healthcare innovation, and he is very, very passionate about creating healthier lives for people. And with the platform that we have created, this will be very doable, and it seems like a breakthrough in this healthcare industry. So our main focus is user engagement, and with this platform we hope to see a breakthrough in the healthcare industry.
Our design and architecture has made significant improvements and changes since the preliminary video. One of the biggest changes was implementing Firebase on our backend for our database, authentication, and hosting. Firebase is a Google product that offers a ton of tools to develop high-quality apps. Firebase offers several choices when it comes to authentication, such as email password combo, sign in with Google, Facebook, and several others. When you sign in, Firebase creates a JavaScript web token to securely identify our user. We can set the persistence simply by switching a few keywords to persist or not persist after closing a window or tab. The Firebase database is a NoSQL database similar to MongoDB. We were initially going to use a SQL database, but when we switched to Firebase, we also switched our database. Using the real-time database is straightforward to use, and it updates in real time as soon as changes happen on any user's device. The database resembles a large JSON file with each object containing other objects and using key-value pairs. Firebase actually hosts and gives our app a subdomain on the firebaseapp.com domain. The command line tools make it easy to deploy our builds. One of the best features is the ability to roll back Firebase deploys. Several times over the lifespan of this project, we've had to go back and roll back to an earlier version of the project. Firebase also has a messaging system that we are looking into to be able to message our user base about news items such as new features, coupons, and other important news items about Gnosis. The avatar is the central piece for Gnosis. The ability to take a picture and send it to MyDidimo for processing that returns an actual 3D image of you was paramount to our app. Our app gives you the ability to take a picture with your phone or tablet, and a 3D version renders on the screen under the avatar portion of the app. In the future, we will offer the ability to customize your avatar and even reshape the avatar based on your exercise progress. The map on the right details how our app components interact with each other and with our third-party APIs. The home, device sync, and fitness history components talk to the Fitbit web API. The data from Fitbit displays on the home screen and fitness history components. The device sync modal allows you to sync your Fitbit device with our app. To the right of the Fitbit API, we have 4 components that actually talk with the MyDidimo API. The avatar component contains the Didimo modal and create new avatar components. From the create avatar component, the camera modal component actually takes the picture and sends the data through the pipeline to MyDidimo for 3D rendering and is sent back. These are the main changes from the preliminary video. Firebase and our avatar being the biggest change that allowed us to perform many functions our app needed to get to the point it is at today.
Hello everyone, my name is Jean Torres, and I'm going to be talking to you about the timeline and milestones for our project, Gnosis Health. In this slide, you're going to be able to see the timeline or Gantt chart for our project. As you can see, it is color-coded in gray for the planning, in light purple for the actual, and in yellow for the actual when it went beyond the plan. Since the last presentation, we have worked in pretty much every page in our project. We have also worked in some backend items to make the page work. Some of the most significant items that we have worked on beyond our schedule have been the challenge page, the database implementation, and the state management implementation. And this has been like that because our planning didn't take into consideration all the work that had to go into it in order to make everything work together. By themselves, there were no issues, but like when you implemented everything together, it just brought some complications that we had to manage out, and it took a lot more time than what we had anticipated. But since our last presentation, we have also had some milestones. We have completely integrated the Fitbit device sync with redirection to our database. We have set up our database, and with this, and we have set up the sync state that happened in March 4th. We have integrated the avatar and the pipeline with MyDidimo in March 11th, and in March 12th, we began a closed beta for friends and family so we can get some cohesive data. We're going to be using everything that we get from this beta to improve our app for the future, and we expect to be working on the app till the end of period 28-29 so we can have an actual beta with more people. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jared Huber, and I will be detailing risk management. Many of our top priority risks still remain from project kickoff. Still bearing the highest risk is communication. In an online environment, it is difficult to remain on the same page with other team members and the project sponsor. To mitigate this, we still adhere to our communication escalation plan for communication with the sponsor and have scheduled stand-ups for every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to keep the team apprised of member efforts. We also hold mandatory weekly meetings on Sundays with the sponsor and without the sponsor immediately following. Our second risk is a new risk, avatar integration. Our avatar is provided from a third-party service, MyDidimo, and therefore holds some uncertainty. With the third-party service being in a time zone 8 hours ahead of most of the team, communication has proven difficult. To mitigate this risk, we have opened several different channels of communication with the service and keep our sponsor apprised at all times should he need to intervene. Our remaining risks carry over from project kickoff as well. However, they have been downgraded in their severity. Testing our application over multiple devices to ensure proper operation and rendering has proven to be difficult and time-consuming. To alleviate this risk, the team extensively tests and debugs all code prior to inclusion in the master code. We have also executed a closed beta to expose more bugs and faults that we may have overlooked. Finally, our last notable risk, privacy. Privacy has been downgraded due to the fact that most external services are already integrated or in progress. But if new services are required, we still have our privacy maintenance plan in place. For the remainder of the project, we as a group do not foresee any major risks. We are on schedule to deliver all project deliverables and more on time.
Hello, this is Jason of Team 17 going over insights. The major insight we've had is the importance of planning. We skipped the planning phase almost entirely, and our lack of diagrams actually led to a couple of things. Mostly, we didn't break down our tasks. We had large tasks that essentially became uncompletable in a single sprint. And then another thing we had was a lack of utilization of our project tracking software, Jira. Those are actually shown in these two diagrams. The first one I'll go over is the burn down chart. The gray line is the trajectory we were supposed to hit. The red line is where we actually were. This is sprint 6. This is right at the beginning of second semester. And the second semester we actually went back and did our diagrams. But when we went back into Jira, all of our tasks were so large that we still had, we ended up breaking those down into small tasks. But since those are subtasks of the larger task, it still does not update as far as our point value. That is actually also shown here with the created versus resolved chart. read about this section right here is the start of second semester where we had almost no tasks, and suddenly we had a number of created issues and resolved issues due to our planning. We broke everything down to actually make it so we could finish tasks for each sprint.